India is very much prone to floods, recurrent floods, and we are very actively using SAR and optical images to produce flood maps. And we have a lot of areas where we work for floods, early warning, capacity building, national database and DSS support. Monitoring and damage assessment is one of the key areas that we do proactively once the flood season starts. Right from May till October, we are very actively engaged under our ISRO DMS program. And we have a lot of our own Earth observation satellites, including our SAR reset. And we do have other communication satellite navigation and other kind of in situ observations. And I just would we also have a good facility of data downloading, and we have a Earth station at Hyderabad. We also have one center called Decision Support Center, which proactively monitors and provides a flood map during the flood season. Basically, we work on 4 areas for floods. One is response once the flood has started, post disaster once the flood has receded, for mitigation by making hazard zonation maps, and also for warning phase by producing inundation simulations of the floods. These kind of flood products we provide at state level, district level, detailed flood maps, sometimes for specific cases, flood depth maps, cumulative flood maps, flood progression and recession, and flood persistence maps. These are the products that are provided to the state centers. This is one example of the map, what kind of map we produce. We show the extent of the inundation that can be seen in the cyan color, and which districts, how much population is impacted, with all the legends to the state agencies. This is one of the specific case. We had Kosi floods. This is a very turbulent and very dynamic river which changes course, and we monitored this event for almost for 2 months, and 200 maps were produced for this particular event, and was provided to the ground agencies. Similarly, we had floods. These are the kind of different maps that we produce. This is one of the map that is showing extent of inundation in our one of the states of Srinagar area. We had a lot of floods at that time. So we provide this kind of maps, and also we provide value addition maps like flood duration map, areas which have been impacted by floods for more than 3 days, 7 days, or 15 days, in collaboration with the state agencies. We also monitor the movement of the cyclone, that floods that come due to cyclone. This is one of the example where you can see we have used reset on the morning of 6. Same evening we have used reset on the same evening, and next day morning we have used radar set. So we can monitor the movement of water. In the morning no water, then some water. In the afternoon you have another area that gets flooded. So almost every morning, afternoon, next morning we take multiple constellations and multiple sensors data to monitor the products. This is one case study. In 2019 we had floods in one of our Ganges river in Bihar, where we have monitored the floods using SAR data, and what is the persistence of the flood. So these kind of maps are provided. So flood duration maps, the damages to different crops, what is the extent of crops. So these kind of maps are generally provided. We also do flood damage assessment using optical data. What are the crops that have got damage, villages, roads that have got submerged, villages marooned. So this information is given, and once with time, if we have optical data, we also go for detailed damage assessment, and sometimes we invoke charter also, because through charter we get a lot of data sets. And I have been a PM in many of the events that have been triggered in the past, and so we also do detailed damage assessment. And over the time that we have now a repository of last 3 decades of data from optical and SAR. So we have produced flood hazard zonation maps for different parts of the country. These maps are uploaded in a GIS enabled platform called Bhuvan, where the users can go and click on any area to know what is the status of the area, whether it is very highly sensitive to inundation, or it has low frequency of inundation, and what will be the area statistics, what is the name of the village, that they can all get in a GIS platform. Similarly, this is example for one more state from Assam, where we have done the flood hazard zonation. We also use some time for as a research or case studies for finding out the vulnerability to paddy crops, because paddy can also be mapped from SAR data, and the floods can be mapped from SAR data. So we can find out what is the extent, the depth, and duration of the floods. We also have do some polarimetric studies, finding out the lodging of the crops using polarimetric decomposition parameters with our students. Sometimes we take MTech students, and as a case study, we do this. Monitoring of glacial lakes. In 2023, we had some kind of GLOF event where we monitored the event using the SAR data, what is the extent of the lake. So these are some of the use cases, and there are many other areas. I will not take much time, because just to show you is there. And before I close, I'll just give a quick look to one of the portals that we have. Every year, once the flood season starts, we have a portal called Bhuvan. We have near real-time flood monitoring, and if the user goes, all the layers that are produced for any flood event are uploaded onto this particular site, and they are, and a user can just go to that I think some they can go to that particular page and access what is the X like. If you go here, you will see all that has been done for 2025. Wherever we have mapped the floods, you can go to any state and find, like, I can go here, I can click on any date. This is a date on 19th and 19th of December. 20, so you can just go over here and find out what is the extent of the floods on that particular day. Or you can go on 20th October, what was the extent of flood. You can just click over here and get the extent of the floods over here. Zoom further and get the village boundaries. So this is the way, and you also get a timestamp at which time this data has been taken. And thank you, I think, with this, because we have to, complete this agenda also. So we'll this was a quick presentation from my side.